welcome back, and welcome back. Today we are going to be making my vegetable salad. It's going to be delicious. It's one of those meals that takes us just a few minutes to make, but it's going to be a while before you can eat it. We're going to use some extra virgin olive oil, some red wine vinegar, some basil, garlic salt, onion powder, granulated onion, Mrs. Dash, that is a whole red onion, purple. They're red. That is about a cup of celery, which is actually about, that's 3 stalks I put in there. That is 6 bell peppers, and that is this size, the little mini ones. I cut up 6 of them. The yellow, red, and the orange are in there. Some pimentos, 1 jar. Actually, you only need really 2 ounces of it, but we're going to use the whole jar. We're going to use sweet peas, that's the frozen, and the fine green beans. You can use either ones you want. And that is about a cup of sugar. There you go. There's your shot. Let's get ready to rumble. I'll be right back. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get that vinegar. We're going to use a cup of vinegar. And we're going to also use that cup of sugar. And we're going to bring this to a boil. It looks like a lot, but it's going to be our seasoning, what we're going to use to marinate. And when I say this, these vegetables have to marinate to get the best flavor, to get it perfectly the way the flavor should be set up. This is something you need to make the night before you actually want to serve it. So we got to bring this to a boil. Once this comes to a boil, we've got to let this cool off. So it needs to cool once it's come to a boil. So I'm going to boil this. I'm going to come back, let you see what it looks like once it's boiled and that sugar's all melted down and got incorporated with that vinegar. And I'll be right back. Also, don't walk away from this, okay? Don't put your face in it, because you know what that vinegar will do. But this will probably take about 2 to 3 minutes, okay? On medium-high heat. You want to keep letting that spoon go through there, so that you can make sure that that sugar gets off the bottom, doesn't stick down there. We want all of this incorporated in this red wine vinegar, okay? All right, I'll be back. All right, this is what you're looking for. It took me 2 minutes. See all that bubbling action going on? Your sugar has incorporated with your vinegar. They have become one, okay? So now we're gonna let this sit. And it's got to sit, it's got to be cool before we put it in the refrigerator. And before we do what we're going to do before we make it to the refrigerator, okay? See those bubbles? That's just the bubbles at the bottom. That's not sugar, okay? Mine has come to a boil. Now I'm going to take it off the fire. And as far as those vegetables are concerned, mine are the ones in the bag. So I'm heating those up because I need those too to cool down, okay? So if you're going to cook your vegetables a little bit, you don't have to. You can absolutely use raw vegetables on this. Fresh green beans, fresh peas. They do not have to be the ones like I'm doing. But that's the ones I'm using. So I'm going to cook them in the microwave, let them do their little 6-minute thing. Then I'm going to let them cool down, and I'll be back. All right, now that this is cooled down for about 5 minutes, I'm going to show you what else we're going to do. This is where we're going to add in our seasonings. We're going to go in with a little bit of that basil. This is the only time we're going to season this dish. Go in with a little bit of garlic salt, but don't use seasonings you're not familiar with. Use what you know, okay? Because like I always say, your family's the ones that's going to use that. That was garlic salt. I'm going in with some of that granulated onion. Because remember, your family's going to be the ones that have to eat this. And then there it said, Mrs. Dash, you don't need a lot of seasonings for this because you got that red wine vinegar going on. And this is gonna, our vegetables are gonna marinate in this for at least minimum 12 hours. 24 hours gives you the best flavor, but minimum 12, which is why I say make it the night before, let it sit in the refrigerator, and then the next day you get up and you finish up your meal. Then we need to go in with at least about a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. And I'm just going to eyeball her. I would say that's about half a cup. And then we're just going to mix that all in there. And we're still going to let this baby sit and wait. Okay? So we're just going to stir that all in, get all that incorporated. Let them get to be friends. Okay, there's my microwave, my first set of vegetables. Okay, so now we're just going to let her sit. I'll be back. All right, I've got the peas and the green beans in here. Okay, I'm going to go in with those bell peppers. We're going to go in with that onion and celery. And I'm using a bowl of mine that has a lid to it. But you can absolutely use any kind of bowl you want. You just need to make sure that you cover this when we're done putting all this stuff together. You just want to make sure that you cover this with a foil, saran wrap, whatever you want, so that this can sit in the refrigerator for a while and marinate, okay? So that's what we're going to do. But we're not done yet. I'm just kind of mixing that up. You know, kind of mix as you go. You don't have to. Move that spoon so you can see. Now we're going in with those pimentos. And on everything, make sure you drain it. Like the vegetables, when I microwaved them, make sure you drain those, okay? Make sure you drain those. You don't want that water because we're going to have this sitting in enough juices, okay? And just stirring that all up. Getting it all incorporated. And this is delicious. Trust me when I say absolutely delicious. So now we're going to go in with that red wine vinegar and olive oil mixture that we made. I'm just going to pour that all over. Pour that all over. And the seasonings that you can choose to use on this, you can absolutely just simply use salt and pepper. That's just fine. It works just fine. Whoops. It works just fine. So I'm just going to give this a nice little zhuzh. Get all those vegetables coated and covered with this. This is so delicious. Perfect for any occasion. And it travels well as well. Okay? Because it doesn't have to be icicle cold. It could be room temperature. This really does travel very well. This is a well-traveled item. Okay? All right. So now we're just going to let her sit in the refrigerator. I'm just going to let her sit in there. I told you she needs 24 hours to get the best flavor. But it do a minimum of 12 hours. And that's what we're going to do. And we will be back. Yum, yum, and yum. I'll be back. Here we go. 24 hours later. Look at that. Look at that. The pimentos, the green beans, the peas, red bell pepper, yellow. There's some orange over there. Look at that, and the onion. There's a piece of celery. Oh my goodness. Now, we'll say if you don't want this swimming in soup, you want to use a fork to pull this out with, okay? Or you want to use one of those spoons with the holes in it so you don't get all those juices. Things made easy with Gigi. Look at that. Our vegetable salad. Perfect for any occasion. Perfect for any meal. Put a piece of baked chicken or something with this. And oh my goodness. Please like, subscribe, and feel free to share. Please subscribe to the channel, you guys. I see I got a lot of people viewing my videos, but they're not subscribing. Come on, you guys. Subscribe to the channel, okay? And you'll be able to catch everything that I make. You never know what she's making in this kitchen on any given day. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. And Gigi, I'll see you next time, all right? Bye-bye.